Hello everyone, you may remember me, I did Fallout earlier, which I never finished, but hello, hi. Yeah, so this is Outlast. It's a horror game from 2013, made by Red Barrels. It was it was one of those games that was just very popular on YouTube at the time, mostly because unlike, say, Resident Evil, you can't fight back in this game. It's more just hiding everywhere. However, we're not going to do no hiding because I don't like hiding. I'm going to start the game, but time doesn't start when I start the game. I will say when. We're going to start the game. It does give a little bit of a warning about there being nudity, but don't worry, we're going to skip all the nudity. Yeah, so we have this little car ride. I will say when time is. But yeah. So, while we're in this little car journey, just before we begin time, basically we are an independent journalist called Miles Upshur, who has gone to a asylum called Mount Massive Asylum, which was shut down but then reopened by this company. I can't remember the name. And it turned out, and then basically in the Whistleblower DLC in this game, we find out that a whistleblower, basically, aka a person who worked for the company, basically snitched on them and said, "Yo, my company are doing bad stuff." So we're like, okay, we'll investigate it. So we've stupidly come here to investigate it. And yeah, so first thing we're gonna do is turn off our car and we're gonna skip reading that because it's a speed run and I don't really want to read the entire thing. So this is the main gameplay mechanic: is this camera. It has a night vision. You'll see that in a second. There you go. And we'll be using that a couple times in the run, but not really for what it's meant to be used for. So yeah. All right. So time starts on first movement. So I will say when. Okay. So time starts in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over to this gate and we are going to do a little bit of a thing where we're going to just click on it and then let go like a split second later because that skips opening it. We need to find a bush. There's the bush, and we're going to try. Hold on, this may take a first try. Look at that. That is a hard skip to get first try. It's that one. Do we get it? So we're in chapter 1. And now we're at the end of the game. So, very simple, very easy. That was crazy when it was first found. Usually there's a whole thing. You're also going to notice our camera's like cracked now and everything. Don't ask. Stuff went down. Just have to turn night vision on because it's kind of dark. And pretty much now we're being chased by a project called the Wind Rider, which is this like demon type thing, which is actually controlled. This company experimented on the inmates and they created the Wind Rider. And the guy who thing is there's a guy called Billy who controls this thing. This is I forget his name actually. He's got a really messed up story though. His memory's gone out of my head. However, he's supposed to basically be like Mr. X from Resident Evil 2 if you played that game. He's supposed to basically taunt us the entire time and be a bit of a struggle. But however, he's dead now, so quite a simple thing. So we're going to go and run and speak to a man who I like to call Wheels, because I forget his name, but you'll see why in a second. Nova, if you have anything you would like to read out, feel free, as this Wheels is just going to talk to us here.
All right, there we go. Live to everyone else. We actually have a donation from Anonymous of $20. Thank you so much, Anonymous. No message, but there is something exciting and important, which is that we passed $500, which means that the Atari run will be happening. That was one of our incentives. And that's also halfway to our goal, over halfway to our goal. So keep them coming, guys.
That is a pretty good run. Saw Mike practicing it on stream a few days ago. So Wheels here, again, I don't know his name, so I just call him Wheels because he's in a wheelchair. Oh, one thing I'll show is the blood actually follows you, by the way. I don't know why I find that cool. But he's basically saying that he experimented on these inmates, and one of them was called, or patient, sorry, and one of them is Billy. Can't remember the rest of his name. But he basically, they're not happy about it. They regret it, and now they want us to kill Billy, or he wants us to kill Billy. So we're to go and kill Billy. There you go. Yep, I have to murder Billy, turn off his life support, blah blah blah. So, go with this door to open. There is a way to skip this, but it is very difficult to do. So, we're going to run over here, and this door will eventually open. I do apologize about film grain, by the way. That was one of the problems this game had, is the intense film grain. So we're going to turn to the left here. We're going to sidestep the Wind Rider, which is right there. That's the Wind Rider. And we're going to go and pretty much just go through and pretty much turn off the life support, and the power. Because as we know, if you turn off life support and turn off the power that's keeping Billy alive, it will automatically then kill him. So we're going to go and do that. So I believe this is the right way. It's like a maze in here sometimes, so you can turn like the wrong hallway. But yeah. Yeah, it's the right way. Thank God. Okay, so stall will open. There we go. So yeah, pretty much we always have to go to the right first, and then we go to the left. The left side is a lot longer because there is an endless amount of stairs to walk up. So that's going to be fun. But yeah, so. Unfortunately, there's not much really skips we can do. It's mostly just kind of run. Like, we can jump eventually over things, like banisters and stuff, but for now, it's mostly just kind of run around and turn things off. So, we're going to go and turn this cog. Oh, wheel. That's that. We've done that, and now I have to cut the electric supply. So, very simple to do. What we're going to do is we're going to go over here. And the Wind Rider's going to try and come up here, but what we're going to do is we're going to run over here and do that. Just skip. That saves instead of going all the way around, it saves like 3 seconds instead of walking all the way around. So very good. We're also not using the camera as much, as the camera does have battery life, which lasts for a while. Unlike in the main game, where if you play for the game normally, you can collect batteries, and then just reload your camera every time you start running out. But yeah. So, we're going to run through here. The camera bobbing is really funny. That's all the stairs we have to climb up, so get excited. Not gonna lie, I feel this because I live on like the top floor of a block of flats, and so I have to do this pretty much every single day. Just not this many stairs. So yeah, a lot of stairs. Thankfully, though, we don't have to go down the stairs because we're going to take the scenic route. You'll see that in a moment. I have to turn my night vision on here because it's very dark. I can turn it off here because there's a little bit of light coming through there. And we're going to do a little bit of a skip here where we're going to basically go around, pull a full 180, and climb up the side of this. If I can, there we go. That saves a little bit of time too, and then we're going to turn off the power, and then we're going to also do the exact same thing we did last time, but this time we're just going to press Control, which will AK crouch, and that will drop us down. That there is a way to get on on like the top of the thing and then just kind of maneuver it, but then that's very inconsistent, and due to this being a marathon, I kind of don't really want to do that. So we're going to run around here, and as I said, we're going to take the stairs back down, but this time we're going to take the scenic route by trying a thing, but then the Wind Rider's going to stop us, and he's going to throw us down. Simply by, and this is us taking the scenic route. I thought we were still in a cutscene there for a second. Alright, so We're gonna thingy through here. We are gonna get a bit of fall damage jumping off here, but it still saves quite a bit of time anyway. So, and we're gonna touch this keypad. Try not grab the file. You can waste time if you grab the file by accident. That's Billy, and Billy is now dying. For some reason, we film Billy dying, but then we get attacked by the Wind Rider, who's obviously being controlled by Billy. So it's basically Billy just trying to stop us from killing him, but he's gonna die anyway. So we have to watch this small little cutscene for a little bit, and then because we're very injured, we're gonna have to like basically slow walk out of here. You'll see that in a moment. But what you'll see is the Wind Rider actually go inside of us. That's going to be a big part in this, and then eventually would be a big part in the Whistleblower DLC, which if you haven't played, definitely consider playing it. It's very good. So, Miles is going to stand up. Oh, you'll notice we're missing a couple fingers. Don't ask. Stuff happened. One thing I love about this is you start with all your body parts in a fixed and a natural working like a camera that's not cracked. You skip to the end of the game by pulling off that glitch, and you basically start missing 2 fingers and your camera is broken. And it's like, what happened? A lot happened. But yeah. So yeah, unfortunately this is a sort of a slight forced cutscene that we keep getting put into, but it's fine. We're going to slowly keep walking, slowly walk, slowly walk, slowly walk. Takes a moment. Miles is a very slow boy. And time is coming up, and that is time. So, pretty much, from here we're going to see some soldiers pop up. And Wheels is going to be behind them. But because the Wind Rider is now inside of us, we then can control the Wind Rider, and they will all basically we can control him to attack them all, and that's pretty much what will happen when the game fades to black. After we get basically lit up by that guy. And that's Outlast. So that is an 8-hour game taken down to a 9 minutes and 37 seconds, which I don't think is PB. I think my PB is like 9:10, but something like that. But yeah. But I do like myself some Outlast. So yeah. So that's it. Thank you, GameSpot for accepting my Fallout run and my Outlast run. Also, this is not my final time on stream. I am also hosting on the 4th 2 runs, so that's going to be fun. So don't worry, there'll be more of Paige to go around. But yeah, thank you.
Much, yeah. As you said, this is your last run, but it's not the last time we'll be seeing Paige. So if you are just here for Paige, be excited, but also don't just be here for Paige, because we still got some really cool runs to show. Next up we have Oni, I think is what it's called. But I will not be hosting it. I will be passing it over to Oregon Mike. So I will see you all later for Midnight Mayhem, and I might have some other hosting ones later on. I can't remember. We'll figure it out. But I'll see you then anyways, so hang tight, and we'll be back soon.